Sure. And you know what? Your kitten is very lucky to have you too. And I'm sure that you will take the adequate responsibility to look after your kitten, and you'll always do the right thing. You know, as human beings, we should realize the authority we have on earth. Allah has placed us in the position that we should never take advantage of the earth, of the plants, of the animals, as well as the human beings that live with us. And I'm sure there are many things that people are doing around the world to help preserve this wonderful planet that we have.
Yeah, we learned that at school. And they even put up these recycling bins. Problem is, nobody uses it.
Well, then you should start. Because we can all do our bit, even if it's in small ways. Like our good friend Dawood, he does amazing things for the environment. And that way, if we all do our bit, we can help change the world.
My teacher told me that there are so many animals that aren't here anymore. They got... I think it was instinct?
The actual word you're looking for is extinct. So that means that that specific species doesn't exist anymore. And it's so sad, because it's all because of the actions of irresponsible people like us, who sometimes don't think about the environment. I'll give you an example. There's an island just off the coast of southern Africa called Mauritius. And it's a beautiful place. And when people first got there was these little birds, short, fat little birds called dodos. And because they couldn't move very fast, the people could catch them quite easily. And before you knew it, they ate them all up. And today, there's no dodos left. So it's just so sad that because people were irresponsible, that this tragic thing happened.
That's so sad. I wish people can just think before they act sometimes.
Yeah, I know, we could all learn that lesson. Because sometimes we're so obsessed with whether we could, we forget that whether we should. And Allah has given us a great responsibility, placing us upon this earth, that we should respect every creature. And we should never do anything to harm ourselves, our fellow human beings, the animals, the plants, and the very earth that we live in. It's a great responsibility that Allah has placed upon us.
Just imagine the greatness of Allah, Brother Zain.
And it's in nature. In all these things we see around us are the signs that Allah has given us of His greatness. And if us as human beings just take the time to look around and contemplate, that's when we'll really, really realize the blessings Allah has given us. And that reminds me, my book of rhymes for different times. Where is my songbook? Searching, searching, where do we find it? Looking, looking, high and low. Searching, searching, where do we find it? Zayn's book of rhymes, where did it go? Searching, searching, where do we find it? Looking, looking, high and low. Searching, searching, where do we find it? Zayn's book of rhymes, where did it go?
Found it, Brother Zain.
Oh, wow, it was right behind me all along. Thank you so much, Aisha.
Why do girls always get the books, man?
Well, I'm sure if you look fast enough, maybe you'll get it next time. So, let me think about a
I'm
song.
going to beat you.
I've got just the one. Would you guys like to hear it?
Yes, please, Brother Zain.
Which of Allah's favors can we deny? Above all creatures, He chose us to be high. To Him we belong, to Him is our return. Life in this world is only a sojourn. To the angels He commanded that man be respected. Shaitan he did not, and so was he rejected. Compared to the angels, we are but clay. As long as Allah we obey, we'll not go astray. As the best of His creation, only us did He deem. This for us is honor, this high esteem. His qudrat it is that cause winds to blow. He gives us provision so that we may grow. Which of Allah's favors can we deny? Above all creatures He chose us to be high. To Him we belong, to Him is our return. Life in this world is only a sojourn. Allah is our creator, He gave us dignity. We face evil each day, in Him there is serenity. At the time appointed the world shall perish. Hope for hereafter success is what we cherish. To show the way He sent prophets to guide. Life may be pleasant, His laws we must abide. Muhammad was the last rahmatul lil alameen. Through him Allah sent Al-Quran Al-Mubin. Which of Allah's favors can we deny? Above all creatures He chose us to be high. To Him we belong, to Him is our return. Life in this world is only a sojourn. Which of Allah's favors can we deny? Above all creatures He chose us to be high. To Him we belong, to Him is our return. Life in this world is only a sojourn.
Hey, I just noticed that. Why do you have peanuts on the couch?
So Aisha, now that you're finally getting your kitten, what is the thing you're looking forward to most?
Well, I'm looking forward to playing with my kitten.
Well, you know, a really cool thing to do is if you take a ball of wool and you roll it all together, and then your kitten will be chasing that all day. They're really playful.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Dawood.
How are all my furry, friendly little library pals today?
How you doing, man? Thank God you came in time.
Why? What happened?
We were talking about the environment, and I know nothing about the environment.
Oh, you scared me there for a minute. I thought something went wrong because I know today is a very special day for you, Aisha. Did you get your cat yet?
Now I'm getting it.
Oh, you must be so excited. Have you thought of a name for it yet?
Not really.
You better think of one quick, otherwise when you call it, it won't come. So what's all this talk about the environment?
Well, we're just talking about the responsibility now that Aisha's getting a kitten. You know, this comes with a big responsibility. And we're talking about not only to animals and plants, but we need to be generally responsible for everything around us.
Yeah, that's funny you should mention it because I was just out with a good friend of mine. We were doing an environmental cleanup.
Wow, that's amazing. Tell us more.
Well, it's not really as technical as it sounds. We were just getting really tired of walking through our neighborhood and seeing all of those plastic polythene bags clogging up the sewers and the creeks and tied around the posts and the trees and the fences. And well, so we were just going around trying to pick up as many of these plastic bags as we could to try and clean up the street a little bit and make it look a little bit nicer. Because they clog the drains and then the water gets backed up and the pollution gets backed up. It's really sad.
I always see that in my neighborhood.
Oh. You know what we've decided to do as well? To play our little part for the environment. Whenever we go to a store, I'm always going to bring my knapsack from now on. So I can just carry my groceries home in this every time. Then I don't have to use all these plastic bags and keep polluting the environment.
I'm going to go and try that.
That's a great idea.
You know, it's really amazing. And oh, another thing happened to me today. Yeah, while we were out cleaning up the neighborhood, I heard this little squeaking noise. I couldn't figure out what it was, but when I looked down on the ground, I realized it was a baby bird. Yeah, all alone by itself. I looked around and nearby there was this nest up in a tree and I could see the mother in the nest. And I realized that if I tried to pick up the baby bird to help it, its mother might get kind of scared and not want to come near it again. So I backed off a little bit, and sure enough, that baby bird's mother swooped all the way down, picked up her baby, and took it right back up in the nest.
SubhanAllah.
MashaAllah, look at the beautiful of that.
Yeah, you know, Allah and Allah's animals take care of the world and each other. I just wish people could do a better job of it.
Absolutely.
Sing. That reminds me of a song we could sing. I'm gonna need your help, Aisha. Come on.
Ooh, this is going to be exciting. I always love Dawood songs that tell amazing stories.
Just a moment. We'd like to present to you a story entitled Little Bird.
Oh, awesome. I guess we'll have to wait.
Little bird, where has your mother gone? Why are you here all alone? Little bird, I'd love to take you home. Little bird, your eyes enchant me so. Smiling moons in a dark night sky. I wish that I could lift you up to fly. Allah knows the language you speak, and Allah will lift you high. Allah will bring you home home again, for Allah is stronger than I. Allah is stronger than I. I'll tell you a secret, my little bird. Sometimes I feel alone, just like you. But we should always know Allah is nearby, to hear each word we say and kiss each tear we cry. Allah knows the language we speak, and Allah will lift us high. Allah will bring us home again, for Allah is stronger than you and I. Allah is stronger than I. Allah will bring us home again, for Allah is stronger than you and I. Allah is stronger than I.
Oh, mashallah, that was amazing.
Good job, Aisha. You make a beautiful little bird. That's the type of little bird that I saw today when I was out helping to clean up the environment.
Wow, wasn't that amazing?
She's a good bird.
I'll say.
Mashallah.
Wow, yeah, you know, it's amazing. When you look around the world and you see every creature has got its way of being in a community. And Allah even says in the Quran that everything in nature has its own special way of praising Allah, giving thanks to Allah. I mean, there's bees. When bees send out their scout to try and find the pollen in the meadow, that one scout finds the flowers with the pollen, flies all the way back to the hive, and then it does a little dance to show the other bees the way to the pollen. And birds, if you've ever seen birds when they fly, they all fly together in a flock, just like a community. What else makes a community?
Yeah, like fish go to school. Get it? School fish?
Oh, school of fish. Well, you're getting the idea. Everything in nature's got its way of worshiping Allah. Allah is Al-Khaliq, the creator. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Al-Khaliq made the oceans, rivers, lakes, streams and rain. Bow their waves in pure submission upon the earth to praise God's name. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. There is no creature among us, upon the air or in the sea, that does not sing with wonder, praising in community. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Oh man, that was amazing.
Oh,
What a
thanks,
song.
Zane. Good singing, good singing.
Man, you guys sound the best together.
Thank you.
Love that
Thank
song.
you, Aisha. You know, it's incredible when you think of all the wonderful things in this world and all the beauty in nature. It only makes sense that we should try and preserve it and save it. But there's a lot of people out there that think it doesn't matter if they pollute the world or pollute the environment because they figure that one person can't make a difference. Some people might even say to me, why would you bother putting your groceries in a backpack? Tomorrow, thousands of other people are going to use plastic bags, so your little backpack won't make any difference. But you know what? It makes a difference to me and my neighborhood.
You know, that reminds me of a story. There was once a guy who was walking along the beach, and there were thousands and thousands of stranded starfish lying on the sand, and they couldn't get back into the ocean. So he started picking them up and throwing them back into the ocean. And another guy was standing and looking on and saying, "What are you doing? There are